Alright, here we go. So I'm playing some sprites and I'm going up against a DDD deck. And I have a pretty good opening hand. I'm going to start off with Nimble Beaver. And Nimble Beaver is good because it can bait out a negate. The only negate that really hurts you by doing the startup play of using Nimble Beaver is if your opponent has something like Side Frame Gear Gamma. That could absolutely screw you up if you don't have some kind of extender like starter in hand or something like that, Sprite starter. So I go ahead and put out red. Red will act as a form of negation. I did get an indication that they had some kind of hand trap, so I figured they either had Ash Blossom, Imperm, or something like that. But since they didn't activate it and they started letting me make all these plays, I figured it had to be either Effect Veiler, Imperm, a monster negate basically, once I got Sprite red out, and they pretty much just held on to it. I go ahead and easily lock them, and I'm going to go ahead and start setting up some interruptions, some negates and stuff like that. And I know that once they finally get out of the Eebly lock, it'll pretty much leave me at advantage for them, like going against them, unless they're playing Math Mix or something like that. So I go IP Masquerader, Gen Buster, and Sprite Red along with Sprite Elf. I go ahead and activate Max C right away, and that's that negate that he had. So he activates that Ash Blossom, but I'm just going to Gen Buster negate this. That way, in case he breaks my board, in case he does manage to break this board, it doesn't matter. He's going to be playing through the Max C challenge. And he is going to activate one of his DDD cards, and let's see what happens. So I bring Sprite Carrot out, so then that way I can start negating stuff, spells and traps and stuff like that. His back row, he's going to put Corruptor Eebly into attack and then crash, which is completely fine by me, but I don't think he remembers that he's under Maxi. So let's see what happens here. So I go ahead and negate that card with my Sprite Red. I'm going to flip over Imperm to pretty much stop this card right here, because my goal isn't necessarily for me to like force him to play through the Max C challenge. It's pretty much to try to stop his plays and then force him, if he's going into the Max C challenge, to make it harder for him. But I'm going to give him an even more difficult challenge. I go into Unchained Abomination. Now the reason I go into Unchained Abomination, because I could have went into Crusade Evermax, but I went into Unchained Abomination intentionally because I wanted him to be forced to have to go into the Max C challenge, because I would destroy whatever he had on his side of the field if he didn't get rid of this. So he has to get rid of this turn, or it'll become a nightmare for him. Now I'm just going to activate Carrot right here. It'll basically negate this back row. He's going to tribute off this card to banish my Unchained Abomination. Now he probably should have stopped making plays right here, but he goes and puts another card, and that was his demise. It's so funny because the name of this card is Deus Machina, but this card was his demise. And the funny thing is, the reason why it's his demise is because I drew into Triple Tactics Talent, which means that once I start making my plays, this card can grab whatever card I play as material, which is completely fine by me, because this card can basically summon itself, get the effect. This doesn't negate it. It'll attach to this card, and I can grab Jet. Jet will summon, and then I can make follow-up plays. I can grab Smasher. Smashers can banish this card or its back row. And so let's see how this all plays out. I'm looking at this game as a marathon, not a sprint. So I go Sprite Blue. Of course, he's going to attach it to his card as material, but it's completely fine by me. I grab Jet. Now I could have trolled a little bit and then summoned out Jet, but I wanted to show him how big of a fuck up he made by just activating, by doing something on my turn, allowing me to go into Triple Tactics Talent. Instantly I go into the take control of your opponent's monster, and he knew the abysmal level of fuck up that he did, and he is not wanting to take any more punishment from me. He's out. So this is why this deck is so powerful. Super toxic deck. It's crazy because it doesn't even look powerful when you see the endboards. You just see a couple like really weak monsters, but it's super powerful. Super powerful. Alright, y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, subscribe. Peace.